Arianism, a Christological doctrine that has left an indelible mark on the tapestry of Christian history. In this video, we'll explore the origins, beliefs, and controversies surrounding Arianism, and how it shaped the theological landscape of the early church.
Life with nothing but a Bible and a bicycle.
Let's start by journeying back to the 3rd century, where a Christian presbyter named Arius, hailing from Alexandria, Egypt, became the proponent of a doctrine that would later be labeled heretical by mainstream Christianity. Arius's theology suggested that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was begotten by God the Father before quote-unquote time, challenging the notion of Jesus' co-eternity with God. According to Arianism, Jesus began to exist outside of time, as time only applied to God's creations. This Arian theology, later taken to extremes by Aetius and Eunomius, introduced the concept of dissimilarity between the Son and the Father. Arianism posited that the Son was distinct from the Father and, therefore, subordinate to him. The term Arian itself was coined from Arius's name, used by outsiders rather than the followers of his teaching. Now, a pivotal moment in the Arian controversy occurred when the early church faced a clash between two interpretations of Jesus' divinity: Homoousianism and Arianism. Homoousianism, affirming the sameness in essence between God, the Father, and Jesus, was endorsed by the first two ecumenical councils. Arianism, however, was condemned as heresy at the First Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, convened by Emperor Constantine to ensure church unity. Arius's claim that the Son had a beginning and existence was vehemently contested by Patriarch Athanasius of Alexandria. The Council of Nicaea declared Arianism a heresy, but as scholar Everett Ferguson notes, the majority of Christians during this period had vague views on the nature of the Trinity. Arianism persisted as a theological challenge throughout the 4th century, involving not only theologians but also ordinary believers, priests, and even emperors. The controversy reached its peak with emperors like Constantius II and Valens adopting Arian or semi-Arian beliefs. Arius, a student of Lucian of Antioch, inherited modified teachings from Paul of Samosata. Principally, the dispute between Trinitarianism and Arianism hinged on whether the Son always existed eternally with the Father and whether the Son was equal or subordinate to the Father. For Constantine, these were minor theological points that stood in the way of uniting the empire. But for the theologians, it was of a huge importance. For them, it was a matter of salvation for some reason. Many modern Christians still consider the belief in the Trinity to be an integral part of one's salvation, some even going so far as denouncing anyone who does not uphold the Trinitarian doctrine as being non-Christian or labeling them as heretics, despite the fact there is no scriptural basis for such condemnations. This is a dogma dictated by mortal men. The First Council of Nicaea defined the dogmatic foundations of Christianity in response to Arianism. However, the Arian controversy continued, and Constantine's subsequent gatherings and synods showcased the complex interplay between theological disputes and political considerations. 10 years after Nicaea, Constantine, himself later baptized by an Arian bishop, convened the First Synod of Tyre in 335. Athanasius faced charges, was exiled, and Arius was effectively exonerated. Despite Arianism spreading, Nicene Christians, led by Athanasius, crusaded against Arian theology. The Council of Constantinople in 381 condemned Arius once more. Arianism had various forms, including Eunomianism and Homoian Arianism. The latter, associated with Acacius, avoided the term ousia and described the relation of the Father and the Son as like each other. Now, let's explore the beliefs at the core of Arianism. Arius contended that only God is independent of existence, and since the Son is dependent, he must be considered a creature. A key question posed by Arians was whether God birthed Jesus willingly or unwillingly, emphasizing Jesus' dependency on God's will for existence. Arians taught that the Logos, begotten by God before the world's creation, served as the medium through which everything else was created, with the Son being subordinate to God the Father. Arianism rejected the traditional doctrine of the Trinity and applied adoptionist theology to defend Jesus' creation from God. To navigate this intricate theological landscape, the Council of Nicaea introduced the term homoousios to affirm the consubstantiality of the Father and the Son. The controversy, however, was not merely theological. It had profound implications for the unity of the Roman Empire. As we wrap up, it's essential to acknowledge that the Arian controversy was not a clear-cut battle between good and evil. Scholars today recognize that the beliefs of Arius found sympathy among a significant number of Orthodox clergy. Theological nuances and historical influences played a crucial role in shaping the Arian doctrines and the subsequent conflicts within the early church. In conclusion, Arianism stands as a testament to the complex interplay of theology, politics, and human dynamics in the development of Christian doctrine. As we reflect on this historical journey, we gain insights into the enduring challenges faced by religious communities in defining and preserving their beliefs. I myself, I'd rather just follow Yeshua Hamashiach. And I hope this little video and this exploration into this corner of the history of Christianity has shed a light on the intricate tapestry of Arianism in the early Christian era. Thank you for joining me here today, my chaverim. My name is Will, and I'm an aspirant follower of Yeshua Hamashiach. That's Jesus Christ. Until next time, remember, Yeshua, Jesus loves you. So do I. Now get off here, ride your bike, and read your Bible.